Today, Jenna Hager gives fans sneak peek at new show. Jenna Hager is known to many for her work on Today. However, fans know that she's been teasing another television project over the past few months. Recently, she gave fans a sneak peek that even got some of her co-stars talking. Today's Jenna Hager previously shared that she is working on a new NBC series, Line of Fire. Jenna and her twin sister, Barbara, are the daughters of the 43rd U.S. President George W. Bush. They are also the granddaughters of the 41st President, George H.W. Bush. Over the years, Jenna has also established herself as a broadcast journalist, working for Today. She notably hosts the show's Fourth Hour, having worked alongside the likes of Hoda Kotb and Chanel Jones. Jenna serves as an executive producer on the upcoming NBC series, Line of Fire. The show revolves around a family of law enforcement agents, from the FBI to the Department of Justice. According to an official description for the show, after a seemingly cut-and-dry case turns into a deadly conspiracy, they must use the expertise from a lifetime of protecting civilians and politicians to protect one another and bring the killer to justice, even if it means betraying their sworn code. As fans know, Jenna has talked about the project over the past few months on Today. In a recent share on Instagram, Jenna shared a behind-the-scenes video of herself on the upcoming show's set. In the caption, she shared, "Missing a little White House drama. Secrets, family, power, Line of Fire. Premieres Monday 9/21 at 10/9 on NBC." Some fans wondered if the Today star was feeling a bit nostalgic on the new set. As a nod to her own family's history, Jenna appeared to be posing on what appeared to be a White House set. She teased, "Back in the White House. Line of Fire premieres on Monday, 9/21 at 10/9 on NBC." A few of Jenna's Today co-workers shared their reactions to the share. Chanel Jones, who works alongside Jenna on Today's Fourth Hour, shared a few heart emojis. Taking to the comments, fans also shared their own reactions to the brief preview. With many fans excited to see the upcoming show, a few already had questions for Jenna. Some comments included, "Your pants match the drapes lol. Can't wait to watch it. Jenna's stories are the funniest. Jenna for president. Thank you for bringing this to life. Peter and crew are going to take this show to #1 real quick. It will be a very good show, just like her books. Thaw Queen is here. Love a White House drama. Jenna giving Olivia Pope. Please slide down the stairs for old time's sake." Today, Jenna Hager gives fans sneak peek at new show. Jenna Hager is giving fans a glimpse into a side of her career they may not have seen coming. The longtime Today personality has spent years building a reputation as a warm, approachable television host, author, and passionate advocate for books. But now, she is stepping into a very different corner of the entertainment world, scripted television. Hager is executive producing NBC's upcoming drama Line of Fire, a new series that promises family tension, high-stakes action, and plenty of emotional twists. The project marks an exciting expansion of Hager's career and has already sparked curiosity among viewers who know her primarily from the daytime TV world. A preview of the upcoming series has offered fans their first real taste of what is coming. And judging by the early footage, this is definitely not the cozy daytime TV environment audiences usually associate with Jenna Hager. Jenna's unexpected new TV chapter. For years, Hager has been a familiar face on Today, where she has interviewed celebrities, authors, political figures, and other major personalities. In 2026, she is continuing that role alongside Chanel Jones on Today with Jenna and Chanel, the Fourth Hour of NBC's flagship morning program. But Hager's ambitions clearly extend beyond the studio. Her involvement with Line of Fire represents another major step in her evolution from television host and literary personality into television producer. NBC's new drama centers on a family connected to law enforcement, placing the characters in the middle of a dangerous conspiracy. The story combines family relationships with action and suspense, creating a very different television experience from the format Hager has become known for. The series stars Peter Krause, Hope Davis, Charlie Barnett, Kat Cunning, Tommy O'Brien, and Taylor Bloom. Josh Safran serves as creator and executive producer, with Hager also among the executive producers. The first preview suggests that audiences should expect plenty of tension. There are dangerous situations, emotional confrontations, and a family whose professional responsibilities could put everyone they love at risk. For Hager, that represents an intriguing new creative challenge. The sneak peek has fans curious. The early preview of Line of Fire immediately establishes that this isn't simply another family drama. The show is being positioned as an action thriller with a strong family component. The characters aren't just dealing with professional danger, they're also dealing with complicated relationships inside their own home. That combination could become one of the series' biggest strengths. Peter Krause plays a central role in the story, while Hope Davis portrays his wife. Their family is caught in circumstances that threaten to completely disrupt their lives. The show's official preview has teased a family that has spent its life protecting others, but suddenly finds itself in danger. That premise alone has generated interest. For viewers familiar with Hager's career, however, there is another question. Why this show? The answer may be more personal than people realize. Why the story could connect with Jenna? Hager grew up in an environment where security and public service were very real parts of everyday life. As the daughter of former President George W. Bush, she experienced firsthand what it meant to live around Secret Service protection and heightened security. That background gives her a unique perspective when it comes to stories involving families connected to law enforcement and public service. The world portrayed in Line of Fire may be fictional, but its exploration of duty, sacrifice, and family pressure could resonate with experiences that feel familiar to Hager. That makes her involvement more interesting than simply attaching a famous television personality to a new project. She isn't just lending her name. She is helping shape the project from behind the scenes. From Read with Jenna to television production, Hager has already demonstrated that she understands the power of storytelling. Her Read with Jenna book club has become one of the most recognizable literary segments connected to today. She has also expanded her work into publishing through her Thousand Voices imprint. Earlier this year, Hager was involved in promoting emerging writers, including Juliet Faithfull, whose novel Liar's Dice became part of the new publishing venture. Hager has described the imprint as an effort to give emerging writers more attention and help new voices reach readers. That background makes her move into television production feel like part of a larger career strategy. Hager isn't simply staying in one lane. She appears increasingly interested in finding stories she believes deserve an audience and helping bring those stories to life. Line of Fire gives her an opportunity to do exactly that in scripted television. A very different Jenna. Perhaps the most fascinating part of this project is the contrast. Fans are accustomed to seeing Hager laugh with guests, discuss books, and share personal moments on Today. She has built a television persona around warmth and accessibility. Line of Fire, however, operates in a world of danger, secrets, and high-pressure decisions. That contrast could actually make the project even more exciting for her existing fan base. People who have followed Hager for years may tune in specifically because they want to see what she can do outside the familiar morning show environment. And while she isn't stepping in front of the camera as the show's leading actor, her behind-the-scenes role gives her an opportunity to demonstrate another side of her creativity. Jenna's career has been expanding quickly. The timing of the new project is also notable. Hager has had an unusually busy year. She has continued her Today responsibilities while taking on major interviews and expanding her literary work. Earlier in 2026, she interviewed 4 living former U.S. presidents: Bill Clinton, Barack Obama, Joe Biden and her father, George W. Bush, for a special Today segment connected to America's upcoming 250th anniversary. Hager described the experience as fascinating and said the conversations focused on leadership, service, and the country's future. Her spring career highlights also included interviews with major entertainment figures and an event involving Queen Camilla, according to coverage of her social media updates. Now she is adding scripted television producer to that growing list. It is a significant expansion. The show's family drama could be the big hook. While the action elements will undoubtedly attract viewers, the family story could ultimately become the heart of Line of Fire. The show's premise asks what happens when people who dedicate their lives to protecting others suddenly become targets themselves. That creates natural emotional conflict. How do parents protect their children when the danger is impossible to predict? How does a family maintain trust when secrets are involved? And what happens when professional responsibility clashes with personal loyalty? Those questions could give Line of Fire more depth than a straightforward action series. The early preview indicates that viewers will see both sides, the danger surrounding the family and the emotional consequences of living under constant pressure. When can fans watch? NBC has announced that Line of Fire will premiere on September 21, 2026, with episodes also available through Peacock the following day. That gives fans several weeks to learn more about the series before its official debut. For Hager, the premiere will likely represent an important milestone. It will be the moment viewers can finally judge whether her transition into scripted television production lives up to the excitement surrounding the project. And there is plenty of reason to believe the series will attract attention. The cast is strong, the premise is dramatic, and the combination of family storytelling and action gives NBC another potentially compelling addition to its fall schedule. Fans may see a new side of Jenna. Perhaps the biggest takeaway from the new project is that Hager is refusing to let audiences define her career by one job. She has been a teacher, author, editor, television correspondent, book club host, and daytime personality. Now she is adding executive producer to the list. That evolution is particularly interesting because Hager's public image has always been closely connected to storytelling. Whether she is talking about a novel on Today, interviewing an author, or sharing a personal story with viewers, she has consistently shown an interest in narratives and the people behind them. Line of Fire simply takes that interest into a different format. Instead of discussing someone else's story, she is now helping develop one. What this could mean for Jenna's future. If Line of Fire succeeds, it could open even more doors for Hager. Television hosts increasingly move between different forms of entertainment, and Hager already has experience across multiple platforms. A successful scripted series could establish her as a producer with the ability to identify and develop projects beyond the daytime TV space. It could also strengthen the Thousand Voices brand and potentially lead to additional television projects in the future. Of course, the real test will come when viewers watch the series for themselves. A trailer can generate excitement, but a show's long-term success depends on storytelling, characters, and audience connection. For now, though, Hager appears to be enjoying the opportunity to explore something new. The bigger picture. Jenna Bush Hager's new project is more than just another television credit. It represents a career shift. The woman audiences know from the Today couch is stepping behind the scenes to help create a dramatic story filled with danger, family conflict, and high-stakes action. That contrast is exactly what makes the project so intriguing. For fans, Line of Fire offers the chance to see Hager in a completely different professional role. For Hager, it could be the beginning of an exciting new chapter. And if the early preview is any indication, NBC wants viewers to buckle up. The September 21 premiere is still ahead.